It's not a registration question now. We must get the money today. Do you think we are easy to bully? No way, how can you do that? North Street Elementary School has closed and classes are not in session. All the parents are packing up and taking their kids home. According to China's Ministry of Education, there will be 289,200 kindergartens in China in 2022, 5,610 fewer than the previous year, and 274,400 kindergartens in 2023, 14,800 fewer than the previous year. In other words, within 2 years, China has reduced 20,400 kindergartens. Kindergartens in China begin their school year at the beginning of September. However, since last September, repeated news on the internet has been reported about the sudden closure of kindergartens. This morning, a kindergarten was on the hotspot. This is not a good thing. The principal of this kindergarten ran away with the money, his parents' tuition money. Don't we rarely hear about the incident in kindergarten? We have only heard of gyms, financial management companies, and training institutions running away, but we have never heard of kindergartens running away. Isn't kindergarten an excellent place to make money? The man also said that the kindergarten principal is synonymous with wealth and power. Video shows that a kindergarten in China has closed. In the dark, many parents gathered with their children outside the kindergarten's teaching building, seemingly asking for an explanation. The kindergarten has closed down. Such a big kindergarten has closed down. Kindergarten suddenly closed down, which seemed very dramatic. On September 6, 2023, the first day of school, a kindergarten in Henan province suddenly closed down. Tuition alone for one child at the preschool is over $1,400. That's over $280,000 for over 200 children. The director is suspected of fraud and illegal fundraising and notified the parents of the break in the chain of funds but did not return the money to the parents. When parents learned of the closure of the kindergarten, they were very agitated and determined to defend their rights. There were many police officers on the scene to maintain stability. On September 11, 2023, a kindergarten in Nanchang City, Jiangxi Province announced its closure shortly after the start of the school year. The netizen also attached 2 internet pictures showing the kindergarten's closure after only 5 days of school. The pictures read, "In the morning, I wished the teachers a happy holiday on September 11th, but at noon it was suddenly announced that the kindergarten had closed down." The local education and sports bureau staff said the kindergarten was privately run. Due to the broken capital chain, the kindergarten could not continue operating, so it chose to close the kindergarten. Most importantly, the person in charge of the kindergarten cannot be contacted now. According to the WeChat parent group of the kindergarten, because the kindergarten has a relatively small number of students, it cannot cover the expenses for a semester. The kindergarten was in a state of loss, so we decided to close it. It's reported that the kindergarten is willing to negotiate with parents about tuition refunds. The following video shows parents talking to the kindergarten director and the police. Because the school had just started, parents paid US $561 in tuition, but the kindergarten was only willing to refund US $140. It's not a matter of registration. We must get the money today. Do you think we are easy to bully? No way, how can you do that? The closure of kindergartens in China would become normalized in the future. In January 2024, several parents posted videos on social media platforms in mainland China saying that a kindergarten in Nanjing had suddenly closed. The reason was that the kindergarten was losing money and the children could not be placed quickly. The kindergarten had posted enrollment advertisements online before the incident. A photo posted by a parent on a social media platform shows that on December 22, 2023, the kindergarten's official WeChat ID issued a spring enrollment notice. However, only 5 days later, on December 27, 2023, the kindergarten official issued a notice of suspension in the class WeChat group, saying that the loss and overdraft were severe, the cash flow was broken, and the kindergarten could not continue to operate. Parents left messages saying, "A qualified kindergarten stopped immediately. My child cried and asked why he could no longer go to this kindergarten. What should I do if my child has no place to go to school now?" After paying US $8,413, there is still US $7,993 that has not been used. The children have nowhere to go to school and we don't know what to do. Can anyone tell me what to do? Some netizens pointed out that the total amount involved exceeded $28 million. As time enters this year, the trend of many kindergartens closing down has not stopped. On June 28, 2024, a kindergarten in Guangdong province issued a notice of closure because fire safety hazards were discovered in the kindergarten. According to screenshots of chats circulating online, some people said that the children of this kindergarten will be merged with another kindergarten. He also said that kindergarten teachers are miserable, which implies that these teachers are also facing unemployment. According to Chinese media reports, 3 more kindergartens in Jiangmen, Guangdong province ceased operation in July 2024. According to official Chinese data, in 2023 alone, the number of children in kindergartens in China decreased by 5,345,700, the lowest number since 2014. Along with the decline in enrollment, more than 170,000 full-time kindergarten teachers will lose their jobs. The reality is likely to be even worse. Moreover, the reduction in kindergartens will also affect subsequent primary schools, middle schools, and universities. So why are kindergartens closed in large numbers? Apart from why the director took the money and ran away, the main reason is that China's birth rate continues to decline. In recent years, as China's economy has slowed down and the youth unemployment rate has continued to decline, many young Chinese people are unwilling to get married or even afraid to have children after getting married. In August 2024, the Beijing authorities released data showing that in the first half of 2024, the number of married couples in China decreased by 12.7% compared with 2023, showing that China's demographic crisis is accelerating. On the other hand, childcare costs are another critical factor. In February 2024, a report released by the Beijing think tank Yuhua Population Research Institute showed that the average cost of raising a child from birth to 18 years old is 6.3 times the per capita GDP in China. Among the 13 countries compared, only South Korea has a higher figure. The average cost of raising children is 7.79 times per capita GDP, while Australia is 2.08 times, the US is 4.11 times, and Japan is 4.26 times. It can be seen from this that except for South Korea, the cost of raising children in China is higher than in the US and Japan. This also leads to the fact that even if the Chinese government encourages people to have a second or third child, many people do not dare to have more children because they really can't afford it. China not only have many kindergartens closed, but this wave of closures has also spread to primary and middle schools. On March 22, 2023, a private Beizhou primary school in Henan province suddenly stopped operating. According to student parents, the school collected more than $14,000 in student aid funds from approximately 300 parents, totaling more than $1.4 million. The school said it would return all the money to the students when they graduated, but the school suddenly closed down and the person in charge could not be contacted. Ms. Zhang, a parent, said, "The school has been in arrears since 2022. Teachers have gone on strike twice. Some students have been transferred to other schools." Ms. Zhang said helplessly, "Almost all those who stayed were those of us who contributed to the student fund. After all, we paid so much money. Parents are unwilling to accept it, thinking that even if their children graduate from primary school, it will close down. Now it's said that it has closed down. The notice asked to pick up all the children." Staff from the Education Bureau responded that the local public security department had intervened in the case, and the school leader was detained. The follow-up news is that students from this school have been transferred to other public schools. But the children who have had to leave school burst into tears. Beizhou Primary School has been closed down and the class is not in session. All the parents are packing up and taking their kids home. Not an isolated case. Many other private schools have closed down across China. On March 23, 2023, a private school in Guangdong province suddenly closed. The school's tuition alone for one semester was more than US $1,400, and shortly before it closed, the school was collecting money from students for uniforms. As for the reason for the school's sudden closure, some parents said they received a phone call saying, "The school is not doing well and can't continue." Parents of students also said, teachers have not been paid for months, the school owes money for rent and electricity and also owes advertising companies for advertisements, and it closed down just over a month after the school started. The tuition fees paid by hundreds of students amounted to about $400,000. Where did the money go? This video shows a student's parents reacting to the school's closure. Today, March 23rd, the school is closed. Parents are now being notified to take their children home. The future study destinations for many children remain uncertain. They are now being asked to leave the school premises. Look at these children. They are unaware of the implications and seem happy about the unexpected holiday. However, the parents are filled with worry about their children's education. The parents are worried because there is a public elementary school near this school, but the children of migrant workers cannot go to the public school. Because of China's strict household registration system, migrant workers do not have local household registration, so they can only send their children to this expensive private school. The local education department has stepped in now that the school is closed. The school's principal says that students have been shifted to public schools. On August 9, 2024, owners of a small district in Zhejiang, Guangdong Province reported that they had bought a house in the school district, but the education department refused to give their children a school place. The children cried outside the district's education bureau, "I want to study, give me back my school place." In July 2024, several private schools in Guangdong closed, and the one that attracted the most attention was the relatively famous Hauda College. The Shenzhen Municipal Bureau of Education named Hauda College one of the 2020 Shenzhen Quality Private Schools with special characteristics. In 2021, Hauda College's college entrance examination undergraduate rate was as high as 87.93%. The college's entrance examination class has a tuition fee of US $6,000 per semester for culture courses and US $8,275 per semester for arts courses. The school said that parents who paid the tuition fees in advance could enjoy certain discounts. Many parents paid all the tuition fees and the school suddenly closed. According to the school students, the school should return the students' tuition fees plus the money owed for rent, which amounted to about $14.025 million. The teachers were also owed wages. The school's senior management has been out of touch, and some parents suspect the principal has run away with the money. Recently, a well-known private high school in Shenzhen, Hauda Academy, has attracted attention. The reason was that its capital chain was broken and it defaulted on property funds. The property management kicked all teachers and students out of the school. Zhang Peng, a faculty member of Hauda Academy, said that he had moved his personal belongings away from the school. The Shenzhen Municipal Education Bureau has stepped in to deal with the matter and proposed a preliminary solution, but he is still uneasy about the future. Schools, traditionally centers for teaching and nurturing, are now facing a wave of closures from kindergartens to primary and middle schools. This trend, predominantly affecting private institutions, has significant implications for the community. As mentioned earlier, one reason is that China's marriage rate has dropped, leading to a sharp decline in the birth rate. Another important reason is that the Chinese government's corruption from top to bottom has turned education into an industry. This has prompted schools to not focus on cultivating students' moral character, but turn them into reading and test-taking machines. After charging high tuition fees, even school management and principals directly take the money and run away, regardless of the students' future and parents' efforts. This kind of practice that harms students and parents occurs repeatedly in China. In the final analysis, the root of the problem with the pathological phenomena in Chinese schools still lies in this red system. That's all for today. If you like our content, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you next time.